All right, today we got a great video for you. Jack and I just got back from the pumpkin patch tour. We went to Danny Fleecer's, we went to the Birdman's, and they got some awesome pumpkins growing. We got a little footage of that to show you. And today we're gonna show you, hey Jackson, are you ready to do some snipping? We gotta start doing some snipping. It's time to snip. So please join us today. We're gonna show you what we've decided to do with the garden. We got the watermelon going. We're gonna grow more than one pumpkin on a plant. So join us. Just to note, this is a long video for you champion growers. You want to know the latest, greatest. We got a pumpkin doing 72 pounds a day. Watch the first half of the video. You beginners, you probably want to watch the whole video. The last half of the video is for beginners, how to position your fruits and grow multiple pumpkins on one plant. So just give you a note, hey, watch the commercials. You're supporting the channel by watching the commercials, skipping ads. That's how YouTube is supported, by watching the commercials. I listen to Pandora, and I don't do ad-free Pandora. I listen to the commercials because I like free. So watch a commercial, it makes it free. All right, let's get to the video. You got to check out this 72 pound a day pumpkin. Wow. Here we are, Birdman's, headed to the Kin Cave. Just had breakfast. Thanks for breakfast, Birdman and family. All right, let's see if the Birdman's got a Cinderella pumpkin. The 1885 Warner?
1885 Warner.
And how fast is it growing a day?
45 a day.
45 a day. How old is it?
I have an informational thing on the end that you can see.
All right.
It's a big one, isn't it? Bigger than you.
Shape of it.
No, I still don't.
You still don't like the shape of it?
Still don't like it.
It's an ugly pumpkin, but hey, look what Travis grew with an ugly pumpkin.
So this is Sparty on the inside. Both the girls that work for me are going to Michigan State. I said, I don't know what to name this ugly pumpkin. They said, let's name it Sparty. I said, fine. So we named it Sparty. This is what it's doing and where we're at today with it.
Seed started.
Would we average that out to like 45?
This is like 45 a day the last 5 days.
Current 45
Which is
days.
probably just as good steady. And I might be lacking a little water. I'll probably kick my water up to maybe a smidgen. Put a little bit of this in.
And what's the 00.5?
That's
It's just a straight up.
it's a liquid, yeah. And of course the TKO gives you a little bit of fertilizer, a little bit of spray too. Just started using the fruit finisher a couple weeks ago. I'll stay on that the rest of the season. No, that is off of
Here's the other plant.
this one's doing good.
Was this one trucking along quicker than the other?
Yeah.
Is it?
This one's 72.3 a day right now, last 5 days.
72 pounds
Yeah.
a day?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
The
Wow.
last 5 days. It's a July 1st pollination. I only had 2 females on this plant. One at 12 foot. I didn't have enough plant. I wasn't going to go with that. The next one at 20 foot, 21 feet. I wanted orange, but I got a nice shape. It's a good fruit.
Is that the Wolf?
This is a wolf.
2365 Wolf. And it's not orange. I figured those would all be orange.
So did I.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of yellow vines, so I thought I'd have a nice orange one for my granddaughter to get some pictures with. I might have to use some spray paint after the way off, and I'll make it orange.
There you go. Nobody will ever know.
Nobody
I've done it
ever.
with squash. Nobody ever knew. Aren't you glad?
So, you know, this one's doing good. They're both doing good. So, of course, I use drip tape. I didn't tell you on the inside. I'm using actually drip line every foot, every 12 inches, because we're growing on a hill. We've got a lot of good drainage, and we need a lot more water than what we think we need. So like 180 gallons a day, that plant, 150 on this plant. And I'll probably kick that plant up to 200 a day if we don't get any rain soon, because it's still dry in there.
You have this one covered too?
Yeah, I cover it with a sheet.
No, I mean, did you have to?
No, just a bigger hoop house, so a 12 by 16. Then I took it off. But I started late. I didn't start my seeds until the 13th of April. I usually start a little bit earlier. So we had a really cold, damp, wet spring.
We had a frost in May.
Yeah, and I didn't want to, you know, some of the way offs are a week later this year, so I wasn't gonna get in a hurry.
Nice. You're looking good, Birdman. You're looking good. This is your 10th year.
Oh, I've had a little storm damage. We had a little bit of hail damage, and I've just had a little bit of human damage. A little bit of both, but mostly a little bit of hail damage.
And is this your 10th year growing?
No,
Isn't it? You started in 2013, I thought.
took a couple years off.
But
Last two I haven't grown.
I'm talking about those your 10th year since you started.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
Because that was 2013 that
Yeah,
you grew that one that went in a Ford truck and went to New York.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like 8 seasons I've had.
All right, 8 out of 10. All right. 2365 Wolf, great shape. Look at that baby. I bought 2 seeds. I couldn't get either one of mine to germinate. So let's go ask him if you can set on his pumpkin.
So that little thing there was sitting underneath it, and it's a baby. We had a storm that night, and it kicked it over.
Hey Joe, how you doing? Look at that beauty, 72 pounds a day.
Hey.
Jackson's wants to set on it. Come on, Jackson.
Jackson, get out of here.
Jackson, go ahead. Run over there, Jackson, quick.
You're not even getting near-
Quick, you can outrun those old guys.
You're not even getting near this.
Jackson, if you dive real fast, feet first, you can do it. Man's got a silver bullet. Brutus, the 2365 Wolf, is 30-day weight, 623 pounds. Current day, 36 days. 6 days later, it's 1,051 pounds. All right, so he's moving. It's over 500 pounds. Is that 500? No, my math is bad. That's 400, over 400. 430 pounds approximately in 6 days. That's moving along. That's going to be a monster. Dan,
Jackson, how you doing, bud?
nice patch. Nice patch.
That's Ford. That's Jim Ford's 1935.
Is that a
I
Ford?
got to see the fan on it. You can see the split on it.
Yeah, that's a 1935 Ford. My grandmother owned a 1935 Ford. Yeah.
You know what I found out?
All right, man. No bad words. This is a family video.
Hey, Mark.
All right. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Mike? I was telling him my grandmother owned a 1935 Ford. She drove it down the road. That's a honey. Look at that beautiful orange. Hey, Danny, is that the Wolf?
That's a 2493.
2493. Oh, okay. I got a few of them at home.
She's 800 and some pounds too.
That's a honey. Beautiful shape. Beautiful plants. Beautiful.
But the next one's the one I like.
Beautiful garden.
Whatever they want. I need to know. She's
2454 Andrews in Danny Fleecer's garden. And I love these bottoms. I grew my Squidward one year like this. I just had to make a video, the bottom of the pumpkin. All right, here's Danny's final pumpkin. So he's got this beauty. He's got the 2454 Andrews at 1,300 pounds. 2 more up there. Awesome, awesome, awesome tour. Hey.
Mark, you're standing at Poison Ivy.
Am I?
Yeah.
Jackson pretty much run the show on the pumpkin. Jackson decided, how many pumpkins do you want to grow?
We're setting 3. There's one set right there. There's one set over here, and then there's one right there.
Okay.
Not set yet, but we just got this.
First, though, we got what? Watermelons?
Yeah,
What do you got there in the watermelon?
Just a watermelon.
Now look at that watermelon. Peel the leaves back and show me.
Wait.
That's not a great shape. Can you pull the leaf back? Don't worry about that weed. Let's look at the watermelon, the shape. All right. What I did tell Jackson, we got to start cutting vines. He seems to be more preoccupied with this weed right now.
Oh, yeah, that's so.
There you go. See the shape of that? Pull the leaf back. That's not a good shape. That's a pear shape.
Should be
And the
cut
watermelons, yeah, we're going to cut that off. I mean, unless you want to leave it for a backup for now.
off. No, I'll cut it off.
All right, you go ahead and
At
cut.
that very stem or right
Yeah,
here?
right there. Just cut it off. Unless you want to leave it for a backup. It's late in the game. It's August 5th, and we don't have any.
Too late now?
Too late now. Okay, what we're going to run with over
Let me cut
here,
it through the middle now.
I thought what we would run with is we have a watermelon over here, which is a much better
Here's the
shape.
pumpkin I was talking
Now look,
about.
Jackson, this is a much better shaped watermelon. Okay, now it's only the size of, yeah, be real careful, don't want to break it off. So, I guess we were zoomed in there a little bit. This is a watermelon we're gonna run with. It's about the size of your fist right now.
Yeah, but let's
And
show
but-
them the pumpkin.
Well, hold on, Jackson. Let's stick on one subject at a time. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to start cutting these vines because we have enough plants. See all this plant? This plant is huge. So what we want to do is start snipping the vines. We're going to stop the vines growing. Let me see the scissors. What we're going to do is go through here, and I say we've got enough. Snip, snip. We're just going to start stopping the growth. Stopping the growth. I mean, if all this plant can't feed one watermelon, that's what we're going to run with. And we want to let the pumpkins, we decided to let the pumpkins fill in like where the old pumpkin was. Oh, there's a weed. We can snip the weed. Snip, you're gone. Okay, now Jackson, what'd you say over here? How many pumpkins you got?
We have, I just found another one. We have one pumpkin right here.
Let's see, what's that look like? Okay, we're gonna go like if you were growing pumpkins wild at your house, right now is the time to go, okay, we gotta deal with this pumpkin.
That's a good pumpkin.
It's gonna grow up and break off. See, it's pinned down to the ground, it's gonna break off. So what you wanna do is,
We
you
gotta
want
cut
to,
off
first
that
of all, pull this off.
We gotta cut off that leaf.
Here, you take the camera. You take the camera, and you're right. We gotta cut off this leaf. First of all, we're gonna cut off this leaf because it's not a big deal. If we're only growing it for the porch, that's gonna scratch your fruit. Then what we're gonna do is pull these weeds around here. And what you're gonna do, see, this is pinned down. This is pinned down to the ground. You can't have that. So you gotta free it up. We just freed it up. Okay, we got a pool noodle. Let me grab a pool noodle. Okay, we're gonna throw a couple pool noodles. This is what you wanna do with any pumpkins that you decide you wanna grow. Get the vine off the ground. This is gonna stop it from misshaping. And actually what we get, we don't want anything past here. We can have the plant. We'll take this plant and let's jog this out of the fruit's way. We figure this could get 300-400 pounds. We'll see how I'm doing that. You got that?
Yep.
Pulling this back, making room. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and cut this vine out of the way just to give it lots of room. Okay, there you go. We just freed up a bunch of space for this pumpkin, and I think that's good for now. And as it grows, here's the root. As it grows, we can take and I can shift it over this way.
Grandpa,
As it-
look to your left.
Okay,
To the left of the pumpkin.
to the left.
There's one right next to it.
There's one right next to it. Okay, it's gotta
Too
go.
close.
It's gotta go. It's too close. All right, there we go. Cut it off. We'll cut this vine off. We don't want to get too. So for now, pull the weeds. This is basically what you're gonna find in your garden if you got them kind of growing wild. You don't want to be out here more than one day a week. You're not going to be out here like a serious champion grower. But what we'll do, Jackson, I think we should look for another one. Let's go ahead and cut
I
it
already
here.
found another one.
Okay, well, go ahead and cut here. But let's look around and see what else we got. This is all of our new growth. Go ahead, cut these vines off at the fence. Turn around, Jack. Turn around. That's slamming into the fence. Cut it off at the ground.
Right here?
Now that's a good vine. No, don't cut it off there. Cut it off here. Cut it off like right there. There you go, right there. Yep. Cut it off there. There. Cut off that one too. See that one? Cut it off because it's going to hit the fence tomorrow. Yep. Now, keep looking around. See if you see any pumpkins in here.
There's one right here, but it's... Oh, there's...
I see one way in there. There's 2 or 3 of them. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I see
Get
it.
going in there.
There's
Let's go.
2.
There's 2. Okay, they're decent sized ones.
Oh, there's 3.
Welcome to the jungle. All right, there's a little guy. Here's a
Look at
couple of
Oh,
pumpkins.
look. Oh.
Let's see. Let's see. There's one. They look pollinated.
There's another
There's
one.
3. Okay, so we got 3.
Oh, and another one right here.
Now let's stop and look. Is there 3 or 4? There's 3.
3.
Which one looks the best?
This one.
I would say no. Hold on.
So
This, look at the stem on this one. That's got a bigger stem. That one's growing up on top of that leaf. We could free up the leaf. I kind of like.
Wait, could we Silorenda?
Do what? Silorenda. Oh, turn it up on its butt?
Yeah. Can we
Well,
do
that wouldn't be. We could do one of those, but these wouldn't be good candidates. You'd want to do that at the end of a vine. At the end of the vine, you could do a Cinderella. What I would do, first thing you want to do with these, see that mushy blossom? Pick that mushy blossom off the end. See, no, don't cut it, because you might scratch the fruit. Don't scratch the fruit.
How do I pick it?
You want to just scrape off the flower. You want to just make sure that's not going to be rotted or nasty before we go on making sure that's our candidate. We don't want it to have a rotten bottom.
Let me go look if there's any more.
Okay. We don't want a rotten bottom, so we're going to
There's one right here too.
let's make sure this is our best candidate. Where? There's another one.
I say we just let it go wild and let all the pumpkins grow.
Let them grow.
Yeah, like just let.
Okay, well if you're gonna do that, cut this leaf off. This leaf is definitely in the way. Cut the leaf off without. Ooh! Don't scratch the pumpkin. You just scratch the pumpkin.
That's gonna help it.
Is
Hormone.
it? It's what?
Give it a hormone.
Okay, let me see that. We're gonna cut that better. Let's see that. We're gonna take. We want to cut that tighter. I want to cut it back here. Get it totally out of there. There, get that out of the way. Now,
one's
is this?
good.
We'll come back in a few days, and see. That's what you did. You scratched it with the scissors. See it bleeding? It'll be okay. It'll heal. And you want to peel these flowers off. These will get mushy and cause it to rot. You want to clean that off. Okay, so you want to grow 3 of these, huh?
No, I want to grow as many as we can on one plant. I want to grow all of these.
Okay, except for I'd say
I don't like that one right
this right here is your best candidate. You see this one here?
Yeah.
It's your best candidate because it's at like the. See how it's growing off to the end? It's farther away from the vine.
Yeah.
And you could deadhead this one. I say we deadhead this right now. That vine grows out there. Let's deadhead this. Okay. Take this. Watch. We got rid of this. We got rid of this. Throw that over the fence. Okay, we got rid of that. What do you mean? What do we get rid of?
Never mind.
And see, now that's got free growth. See what I'm saying? Now it's free. There's nothing in its way. And we'll cut this off. I think the bees have pollinated these, so they're self-pollinated. That's
I
okay.
need the scissors, okay?
That's okay. So here we go. Get this off of here. Let's take this wet flower off so it can dry, because that's not good. They need to dry. They'll get rotted. That right there is your perfect dead-headed candidate to get big. All right, but we'll let them all 3 grow. Let this one grow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this leaf off. This is another good deadheader. Let that one off, okay? And this is actually like our main vine, and it's headed out that way. But you know what we could do? We could cut this main vine and let these other secondaries grow. It really doesn't matter now.
It's bigger than a
Just as
baseball.
long as we let. You want to cut this here, and
Yeah.
we'll let this one
Yeah.
grow.
Give it all the growth.
Okay, we cut. That's the main vine. What was our main vine, which was truly a secondary. And now what we've done there is totally free that up. And what we can do, clean off the blossom end so that doesn't rot. Now we're assuming these took. Let's hope we're not disappointed if we do. Not a big deal. We're no longer at the champion level anyways. We can actually put a pool noodle under there as that grows. We'll leave that for now. All right. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. Why is it that, what's hooked on me?
Nothing.
We're going to go ahead and cut this little guy off. I'm not going to let them all grow. We're going to stop some of them.
Yeah, some.
Okay. And that's going to be an ugly pumpkin, but oh well. It's an ugly
I'm gonna
pumpkin.
go look for any other watermelons.
And then all these watermelons, I'm cutting them off. In fact, I'm going to cut them off back here so we can walk on the board. What?
That's our main one.
That's our watermelon right there. Do whatever you do. Don't step on our only watermelon. And trust me, we'll be picking out.
This isn't our only watermelon. We have a watermelon right here.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to cut these all right off. So we're going to limit the growth of the vines. The pumpkin vine, I'm going to stop it here. This is enough to stop. We can't have the two plants growing together. All right. Now, where's this other watermelon you're talking about?
Oh.
Where?
Here.
Okay, that's not a terrible shaped one. What do you think? Should we let it go for now?
Yeah, I said we let it go, but we need to move this back.
We'll let it go. Okay, we'll move that back. Move the board back. Move the back. Some pruning. Yeah, prune up that little pumpkin. Now, you know what I want you to do? I want you to. Okay, I got these back here. Let's take. Let's look at this. What do we got going here? This needs to be slid back. All right. Let me. It's growing. I'm going to take and slide the pumpkin back. Watch this. I take the pumpkin back. Okay. She seems like she's. I'm going to take this leaf off because it's going to scratch the fruit. Throw that out. These are scratching the fruit too, but just take this one off. I think this can actually, and we're pinned down to the ground. See how that's rooted down? I got to go get a pool noodle. Okay, go ahead and cut that. This one here should get our biggest. Okay, you ready for record? The most important thing you want to do is take pool noodles. You can pick these up just about anywhere. I find them in the garbage all the time. Now this is starting to root in, so we're going to break this root loose. Okay, and we're going to slide the pool noodle underneath here. There you go. That's freeing it up so it doesn't bust off the vine. Now, will you show me? Hand me the camera. All right, I want to show you. Well, these splits mean nothing. You're going to get these splits. I get people that send me emails and they're like, oh my God. And those splits mean nothing. Oh. All right, let me show you. And then over here, they're not going to hurt you. Those are growth splits. Don't worry about it, keep her growing. But now we have her positioned like this. The vine's away. She's good to go. The vine's freed up off the ground. And that's what you want. You don't want the vines rooted into the soil. Jack, you ready to go fishing? Yeah. We're going fishing. We got some new bluegill, plastic bluegill lures we want to try out.
And a jig I wanted.
And a jig. We're headed to the Bass Lake. I just engraved this with my scissors. I took the scissor end and I engraved the 2365 Wolf is my daddy. All right, who's people? Your daddy? Jack's over there trimming the peppers. Yep, it's time to head to the lake, Jack. I want to go fishing. Wishing I was fishing. It's a beautiful 80 degrees. Still a little sunny, but the sun's going down about 5 o'clock. We's going fishing. All right, if you were one of the top 10 commenters on the Bubba Patch video, when I said that they would get top 10 commenters, pay the shipping, $5 shipping, you would win a seed. You are now going to get the seeds out of this 2365 Wolf. And yes, the 72-pound-a-day Birdman pumpkin was the daddy. We struck gold. All right, that pumpkin's cranking at 72-pound-a-day average for 6 days. That's awesome. Keep it going, Birdman. Keep it going. I'm hoping we got a new state record. Don't want to jinx you. Hoping we got a new state record. But that's the daddy. So I'm going to give that seed in lieu of. I'm assuming this pumpkin's going to make it. It shouldn't split with multiple pumpkins on the plant. We are now balanced out better. So, hey, join us. Stay tuned, people. If you really wanted those seeds, we'll ship them out to you. It's going to be October, but you pay the $5 shipping. We'll go back, check the list on that last couple videos ago, and you are the winners. Congratulations. Jack and Bubba, Keep It a Secret Home and Garden. Keep it a secret, but go tell a friend. We're sharing Jack and Bubba's fish clips. Please join us.